To start this out, let me just say, 2017 has been a great year for my YouTube channel. I know I've said this probably the past 2-3 videos, but thank you very much for an awesome 2017. I've gained so many subscribers this year. I'm looking forward to 2018, seeing where my channel goes, seeing where I grow to, and can't talk. What? And I'm really looking forward to 2018 because who knows what's in store for me in the following year. Let's start out with this. J23 on Twitter, I'll make sure and link him below somewhere, that he put up the actual numbers for 2017 of every Jordan retro that dropped. And retro means all the way from Jordan 1 to Jordan 32. Yeah. So technically the Jordan 32s aren't really retros, but it's a new Jordan brand model. So it's a numbered model, so, you know, count it. So all in all, there was 174. 140 of those were men's sizes. 34 were grade school sizes. So I'm going to link below a direct link to the spreadsheet that I'm looking at right now of all the shoes in 2017. It's a little bit ridiculous. People keep saying, you know, why is Jordan Brand not reselling? Why aren't they hyped anymore? Well, here's proof in front of us why. In just January 2017, Jordan Brand released in men's sizes a total of 8 different retros. The only ones that really had any kind of hype behind them, I'd say, are the Take Flight 8s, or they're called, I think that's what they're called, Black Cat 13s, and Chinese New Year's 12s. Even though all 3 of those aren't really that desired, but those 3 were probably the biggest ones to release in January of this year. The other 5 ones were just, they shouldn't have made them. Moving on to February 2017, there is a total of 12 Jordan retros. That's excessive. So you're talking on average of maybe 3 retros a week in February. Overkill. Yes, it's NBA All-Star Weekend. We get it. But you pump them out too quick. But honestly, in February of 2017, one of my favorite Jordan shoes from the entire year dropped that month, which was the Jordan 4 Royalties, which I thought was a dope colorway. The materials on them were fantastic. But all in all, February was pretty much a bust. Except for, like I said, or I should say, the black Jordan OVO 12s dropped. Of course, those were hard to get. They sold out immediately and reselling them almost 3 times the value. Really good shoe, but the other, honestly, 11 colorways from February 2017, pretty much all bricks. You know, it was overkill. Moving on to March 2017, they released another 12 retros in March. You see a trend here? That's too many Jordan retros every month. The only ones in March that really hit anything was the Jordan 3s from the, like that whatever it's called, the Air Max pack. You know what I'm talking about? Those were bangers. Those were good. And of course, the gray Jordan 4 Cause. Those 2 shoes were just fantastic. Yes, they were limited. I get it. People will say, it's only because they're limited. Yes, they're limited. I get it. But think back. The previous month, one of my favorite shoes from the entire year were the Jordan 4 Royalties, which were mass-produced and nobody wants. But I loved them. But in February, or in March, you can take 10 of those shoes and take them back. Moving on to April of 2017. Another 12 shoes dropped. April 2017. Constant trend. Average of 3 a week. Too much. Hence, the brand, like, literally ate itself from within with overproduction. But in April, the only shoes that actually mattered were the Jordan 1 Royals. Obviously, those things were freaking bangers. Those are nice. And honestly, that's about it. The Jordan 11 Lows, the University Blues, those were okay. I wasn't a fan of them. Most people weren't fans of them, no matter what you say now, because those things took several weeks to sell out. People weren't really feeling them. 11 out of the 12 shoes for April, I think, could have just been scrapped. Moving on to May 2017. Another 12 shoes in 1 month. Once again, one of my favorite shoes from 2017 came out in May, and it is a shoe that nobody gives a crap about. But the Jordan 4 Pure Moneys, those things were butter. They had quality control issues like crazy on that shoe, though. A lot of people had shoes that had lots of problems, and I actually had to go through a couple pairs before I got one that was decent. But the materials in this shoe are A+, the quality, I can't say craftsmanship, but that's one of my favorite shoes of 2017, and it's non-hype. Nobody gives a crap about it, but I love it. That month you saw the Jordan 1 Retro Wings dropped, and those things at first were hyped. They sold out quick, and you can actually find those now dead stock for under retail because they crashed and burned. Because I don't really know why. I do like the shoe. I don't want it, but I like it. And that's one shoe I don't understand how they brick so hard. Because they were limited. I thought most people like the limited stuff, right? It's limited. So why don't people like it that much, it seems like? I don't know. Anyway, also that month they dropped the Jordan 1, the New Loves. People loved it. It was $110 price point, very, very cheap. That was probably one of the biggest shoes for the month in terms of selling out for Jordan brand. I don't want them. I didn't buy them, don't want them. But a lot of people loved them. They were happy that they dropped, and that's freaking awesome. But all in all, pretty much there's like 2-3 shoes that dropped in May that will have any kind of desire in the future. The other like 9 colorways, they should have just scrapped them. Moving on to June 2017. Another month and a lot of releases. They dropped a total of 13 releases, but with 14 shoes. Because they dropped the Jordan 13-14 like NBA Finals pack that had 2 shoes in it. So technically, they dropped 14 shoes in June 2017. They dropped the Just Dawn Air Jordan 2 in like the Arctic Orange pink colorway. Those things bricked hard because they're available in like grade school sizes. Most people weren't feeling it seemed like. They dropped Air Jordan 4 alternate motorsports, which the quality on those were nice. I haven't got my pair. I'm going to get a pair eventually. I'm going to get one that's like very, very lightly used for probably next to nothing eventually. But those things bricked hard. They dropped the retro Jordan 12 PSNY in 3 different colorways. I don't really hear much about them anymore. So people forgot about those pretty quickly. So actually, all in all, the finals pack, they dropped them for $500, and you can get those packs now for about $300 pretty easily. And if you break them up, you can get them for under $300 like separately. So that pack bricked hard. So pretty much all of June 2017, the whole month was a brick. All those 14 shoes, honestly, except for the PSNYs, but I don't think resale's crazy on those. But most of those shoes in June, get them out of here. July 2017, they only released 10 shoes in July. They finally backed off. Oh my God. But still, it was a lot of shoes that nobody cared about, nobody wanted. They dropped the Jordan 5 Almost Raging Bulls. Almost Raging Bulls. Whenever we saw pictures leaked of this shoe earlier this year, we were hyped. We were straight hyped. We thought the Raging Bulls were going to retro. And they gave us a red suede Jordan 5, but it wasn't the Raging Bulls. And most people like me didn't really want them. Huge letdown. But if the Raging Bulls weren't a thing, these red suedes probably would have been crazy. But people wanted the Raging Bulls, and they should have done the Raging Bulls. They released several other shoes that month. They released some premium Jordan 5s that bricked. The Jordan 13, the History of Flights, which was some kind of a rare sample shoe from years ago, and it bricked because the quality on those shoes were kind of crap. Nobody wanted that shoe. And supposedly, they're going to release more retro numbers of the History of Flight packs, and those are going to brick. And if Jordan Brand was smart, they just kill the History of Flight thing, because it's not going to be a desired shoe unless it's like super limited, and then obviously people will be like, oh, it's limited shoe, we want it, we got to have it, it's limited. But they won't. It'll be a GR, flop, brick, out of here. Moving on to August 2017. They dropped 8 shoes in August. Wow. They're like going down. I think they're kind of seeing a trend here. They're backing off pretty quickly. And in August, though, most of those shoes were bricks. The Jordan 8 Cool Grays, those sold out immediately. I didn't think that shoe was going to sell out, but it did. And that was I don't like the 8s, but that was a good shoe. They dropped the Jordan 13 Breads, and they sat on shelves for months. And I think you can still find them if you look hard enough. I think you can. And there were several places selling that shoe. Retail was $190. Places were selling that shoe for as low as like $125 for Jordan 13 Bread's a classic shoe, but people just aren't feeling Jordan Brand right now. And the other shoe they dropped that month, the other shoes were, get out of here. August wasn't a good month. They should have put the Air Jordan 13 Breads in the vault a little bit longer and released them in the future a different way, maybe a little bit more exclusive. Not like limited, but yeah. Next, September 2017. 10 shoes. They're backing off, again. September 2017, that whole month was trash. They dropped those Jordan 1 high Flyknit band joints that had hype for like a minute or two, but people realized that they released a Jordan 5, a camo colorway, nobody wanted, and they're on shelves across America for like $125, and this place still can't sell them. There is honestly nothing in September Jordan-wise that will have any kind of staying value for the future that people are going to want. Moving on to October 2017, 11 shoes. The nicest shoe from that month was the Jordan 6 Retro Pinnacle, like the flight jacket, everything was called. Those sold out immediately. Those have resell on them. People like them. Those are good to go. They dropped another high Flyknit, it's trash. A Jordan 13, Love and Respect. They sold out eventually, but, yeah. They dropped a Jordan Retro 12 Bordeaux. Nice colorway, but it's overkill for this year. They dropped an exclusive Jordan 17 Retro Trophy Room. Awesome shoe, excellent materials, but a price point of $323. The high price point made them brick. Moving on to November 2017. Finally, we're starting to see some life in the Jordan Brand. It took them all year to start getting into like what people actually want. They dropped 14 shoes in November of this year, and they dropped some heat. The Win Like 82 Jordan 11 Retros, those dropped, flew off the shelves, gone. They dropped the Jordan 12 Hold on, my cat's scratching. There we go. Jordan 12 Dornbeckers, they've restocked them a lot. They sell it every time, a nice shoe. They dropped the Jordan 12 gray suedes. Those things were nice. I wanted them. I didn't buy them quick enough, and now they're sold out everywhere. I screwed up on that. I wanted them. Those things were freaking sweet. They dropped the Jordan 1, the Off-White collaboration shoe, probably one of the best shoes of the year. I don't want it. I personally don't like the appeal of it, but I understand it's ultra limited. It's a collab with a famous company, with Virgil. I get it. Crazy shoe with hype. They released a wheat series of the 6s and 13s that haven't sold out, but they're okay. And they dropped the Jordan 1 gold top 3s. Those went crazy. They dropped the Jordan 4 black Cause. Those went crazy. Available only on one website, on the Cause website via a raffle. Speculation is now saying that they are not dropping anywhere else. That's what they're saying now. It was only available on Cause one time per a raffle. And if that's true, prices are going up on those. So get them now while the prices are soft. November was a good month for Jordan Brand. Moving on to December. 18 shoes. 18. They dropped the nice colorway of the Jordan 6 UNCs, but they sold out. They're nice-ish. They're okay, It was a good drop. They dropped a couple of Jordan 9 boots, whatever. They dropped some pink and light blue Jordan 1 retro highs. Nice drop, hard to get. Resells high on those. Not my cup of tea. I don't want them, but you guys loved them. They dropped the Jordan 11 Win Like 96s. They sold out quick. People loved them. I passed on them. Don't want them because all red shoes, I'm kind of, yeah. But it's a nice shoe. People loved them. You guys loved them. Huge ups for Jordan Brand. A Jordan 1 Retro Jeter Respect shoe. It was okay. Jordan 6 Retro Gatorades. They'll be a clearance shoe. They dropped 4 colorways of the Gatorade Jordan 1s. We'll see what happens with those in the future. And on December 30th, the final drop of the year will be the all-green Jordan 6 Gatorades that are pretty limited, and I think that one's going to have, for me personally, That's one of my most desired Jordans of this year that I'm going to get one way or another. So that is pretty much the wrap up for Jordan Brand 2017 140 men's releases. Honestly, out of the 140, no more than 20, honestly, really should have been made. Easily 100 could have been scrapped and probably should have been scrapped. Stick to 40, 50 drops a year, make it good, give the people what they want, good materials, good craftsmanship, and Jordan Brand would rebound so well in 2018. Part 2 of this video, we've been seeing leaked images of the off-white ones been leaking out, and supposedly Virgil Abloh himself has been going onto social media and has been telling people these shoes are not real. They are fake samples being released from China. Some major online websites leaked images of the shoe trying to create hype and buzz. It worked, but Abloh shut that down quick and said, not real. So, but there are more off-whites dropping in 2018. It's going to be a hype shoe. Supposedly, it's kind of like the North Carolina colorway, UNC North Carolina colorway. I think it'll look nice if they do, but it's kind of nice whenever early pictures are dropped of a shoe and we don't know if it's real or fake, and it's nice whenever like the creator of those shoes or somebody within the company comes out and says, real or fake. You know, they let us know up front, these pictures are fake. It's not a real shoe. That's kind of nice, actually, you know, where we don't get this false sense of hope of, oh, I can't wait till these shoes drop, and then they never do. Like all these Yeezy samples that we've seen pictures of now for a year that have never dropped, probably because a good chunk of those early pictures, early samples, they were fake. But without anybody coming to us saying, you know what, these, you know, light colored whatever Yeezys are fake, we just hold out this hope that they release. We got the first official images of the men's sizes of the Black Cement 3s for next year. I'm looking forward to those. Can't wait to get them. But anyway, wrapping this up, I just kind of want to do a Jordan Brand year-end review and a little bit of news that has leaked out for 2018. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you watched this entire thing, kudos to you. But make sure you follow me, Franchise Kicks, on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Direct links are below in the description box of the video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that stupid little bell to get the notifications when I drop a new video. Thanks for watching. I'm out.